Brett Nelson, Assistant Athletic Director at Arizona Christian University, former Southwestern College, JAG 2010-2011. I was asked to kind of expand upon what Southwestern College did for me as a student athlete in 2010-2011. And while there were so many different things that Coach Carberry and his program did for me, I just want to touch on a couple and why Southwestern College may be the option for you. The first thing is Coach taught us to be self-starters. He taught us to be self-sufficient. All right, he always talked about if you want to shine, you got to grind. And the only way you grind is if you learn who you are and what your abilities are, right? And that was done in the weight room where I hit some of my best numbers. I was in the best shape of my life at Southwestern College. I went on to play at the University of Louisville, and I continued that athletic ability, but it really began in the weight room at Southwestern College. The other piece of it was, Coach just teaching me the why. For so long I learned the game of football, I learned offense, I learned how to play, but I never really got the why part. And it wasn't until the hours I spent in Coach's office, and I can just look at it now as a former coach myself going, man, I was that kid that just would not leave him alone. But you know what? He never showed it. I always appreciate that about him is he taught me. He had these little kind of stick figures, X's and O's that he'd put onto a table, and he just talked to me about why we're doing it. What's the reason for it? What's the purpose of us running this play versus this team? I got to sit in and learn about defense, about offense, about blocking scheme. It's why I feel like I know so much more about football, and why when I stepped in to the University of Louisville, I felt so comfortable with the knowledge I had compared to everyone else around me. Everyone else just kind of knew the answer, but I knew the why answer, which was a lot more important. And that's a skill, not only that's helpful for me in my college career, but also in my actual career as an athletic director, understanding the reasoning behind stuff. One of the other things that I really appreciate about Coach and my time there was just his continual care for his student athletes. He didn't just care about football. He didn't just care about me as just the athlete, but he cared about me as the person. And that's something I'll always remember about Coach Carberry. And then the last thing was just the family aspect. We always broke down as family, and I know a lot of teams do that, but we really felt it. And it's why if you look at 2010 versus 2011, there was a transformation. There was a transformation in that program, and I think Coach was a major part of that. But he also put it up to the players, and that's an important thing that he does is he lets you run the program the way you want to run it. Now he has a say. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to let us just run everything the way we want because we're still young and being formed. But he puts it on us to take control. And I really appreciated that about Coach, and that's why I think we were so successful, and it's why I have so many teammates that I still keep in touch with. It was probably one of the best experiences I'll ever remember for the rest of my life. It taught me a lot of good, solid values that are needed, not only in athletics but beyond. And it taught me just that I could do things on my own. I could be successful on my own. And as long as I put my mind to it, I can make things happen. So if you're interested in being a self-starter, if you're interested in being successful and really, not just going to school and playing football and being good, but actually growing and developing and becoming someone much more powerful than what you think you could be, then Southwestern College is the place for you, and I guarantee you'll enjoy your experience. I've been out here